My bad, everybody. Sorry for the late arrival. Hello, First Lady. Sorry. It's more what earlier happened, so I had to deal with that. Boys wanted to talk to their mom, so of course I had to deal with that. Um, is this the latest I've ever started? I don't know. I'm gonna sound the alarm. Sound the alarms. But hey, usually be like YouTube after dark, right about this time. But again, my apologies. It's all on my end. So, hey man, I don't even care if I'm talking to myself at this point. I know people got other channels, stuff to do. The World Cup is on right now, I believe. You know, go check out Good Friends, Better Rivals. LGRN. If you want to, great, you know, um, analysts, commentators, something like that. There you go. So, yeah, what's good, Lord Zeke, Hokage of the village, hidden in the clouds. No, always good to have you by, man. But I already wasted, a lot of y'all time. Yes, I know y'all got job stuff to prepare for tomorrow, especially since it's Fourth of July weekend. So yeah, let's talk. Like, what we came to talk about. I'll get out your hair. Always Lakers, Panthers first. Argue with the brick wall. Okay, but yeah, NBA news as of late has been booming. You know, the Rockets did this. The Sixers, Celtics did a recent trade with Jalen Brown. You know, people saying the Celtics just wanted him to get the hell off the team. Sixers got better. You know, now they looking at as one of the favorites for the NBA championship next season. Lakers, as you can see, LeBron. You know, LeBron announced that he wants to play for another team. He wants to preserve his happiness, whatever that means. Man makes more money than I'll ever see in about 5 lifetimes. Man has an amazing family. So as far as happiness, dude just retired. And as far as the scoring record, I don't think nobody's ever really gonna break that. Like that thing so far out and affect you is crazy. Um, is Bronny's in the league. Bryce is looking to get drafted if he plays well at Arizona next season. So yeah, this happiness thing, I don't know. I don't really buy it, but it is what it is. His businesses are in LA, and the last time I checked for LeBron, business is booming. Rich Paul is still being a mogul. Still getting other people paid. So yeah, at this point, I don't know what LeBron wants. A fifth or sixth ring, sure. Past MJ, not gonna happen. But hey, hopefully he finds better endeavors. Hopefully the Lakers can build around Luca and now AR, properly. Even though we don't really have any draft capital, since we just traded it all for, the big man, Walker Kessler, 7172. One of the better shot blocking bigs, lob threat for Luca. Pretty much this is what Luca wants. Wants a dangerous pick and roll guy, pick and pop because Walker Kessler has been working on his shot a little bit. Only 24, 25 years old. So in that timeline of Luca and AR right now, I think Austin Reeves is like what, 29? 29, Luca's 27, Kessler 24. So yeah, we got younger. We got younger. Defensively, That's debatable. Gonna have to see it, come October. So, um, yeah, Quinn Grimes, a decent defender, not a great one. Create his own bucket. Pretty much, um, these three right here, Mamu, Quinn, and the Colin Sexton can create their own shots. Can really create their own shots. So, I guess Rob in the front office was looking for more higher NBA IQ, I guess. Uh, but as you would expect it, where our weakness is the wing. It's definitely the wing, and we do have two promising young bucks in Adu Thero and Cameron Carr. Yes, I know Cameron Carr is listed as a guard, but I'm telling you, because of his 7 foot wingspan, it can help him play the three. Adu Thero is more of a three. You know, Mr. Big Reg, man, good to have you, man. Big fan of your show, big fan. Hope all is well. So, but yeah, we get to see them ball out in summer league tomorrow. Most of the summer league games you catch them on Amazon Prime if you have it. If you don't, um, uh, it should be easy to find. Should be easy to find. But yeah, we are yeah. People have been giving us the nickname the Snowtime Lakers, the White Walkers, but I indeed like better because you have Luca. AR. We just added Kessler as a starting center, and let's see if we find a better 3 or 4. Mamu's going to be starting, and Jake Laravia, who we signed last year, is going to be starting. So that's up in the air. Me, I honestly don't care. I just want to win. Which is going to be a excuse me. It's going to be a tall task in the West because the Spurs just got better with their draft selections. They just drafted 2 centers to help to make sure like, hey man, Wimby can do his thing on the paint, in the mid range, so he don't got to bang as much. So and then they just signed Tobias Harris. Whether he starts or come off the bench, either way, he can get buckets. You know, Rockets just signed Eason long term. Yeah, uh, Eason just signed like a 5 year, $80 million deal. They just signed Marcus Smart from us. So defensively, they're great. They're good. Fred VanVleet is is expected to be back next season. KD still on the team, so got got to watch them. I drop for them. The Suns, they look like they could be fun to watch if Jalen Green, Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, Miles Bridges, and Mark Williams gel together. So we'll see. So yeah, it's not gonna be us winning. It's not gonna be easy. So hopefully we can stay healthy for a majority. Gel together quickly. Our rookies contribute early. Delta Connect if you don't trade him. Can find his confidence again. JD can find his role because his shooting touch, we're gonna need it. We're gonna honestly need to outshoot the other team because on paper, we don't look to be stopping anybody. To be honest, I'm not gonna say the team's gonna have our way with us, but just keeping the guy in front of us or playing defense without violence is going to be a tall task. But offensively, we should be great. Should be great. Can't wait to see what 2K gives us on offense. But other news with that, Victor Oladipo, um, with the social media, Instagram, Twitter, to just show people or to show just one team, like, hey man, I know I've been hurt in the past, but I'm healthy now, and he said he'll play for the vet minimum if he needs to, right? He just wants to prove it, all right. And he's only what 34, 35 years old, so last time he was healthy, well, fully healthy, because him on the Heat didn't really. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't really think it counts. But when he was on the Pacers, he was the man. Definitely carried the LeBron oriented the Cavaliers. no 2-7 game. So not to say that we're not going to get that anymore, but just hey, with the Lakers only having the vet minimums to offer since we spent all the money on these guys right here. Why not? Cam Reddish is looking to get back in the league. Ben Simmons said he wants to try to get back in the league, so why not? Those are Ben Simmons and Cam Reddish are considered wings. So, hey man, why not at this point? If we can't get, if we can't resign, Rui, he hasn't been signed yet, surprisingly, and we can't get Zaire Williams. We can't get Jonathan Kaminga. Yeah, yeah. Some rumors saying we kind of are trying to hit him up. He's young enough, athletic enough to play the wing. It's kind of weird that the Hawks didn't retain him. I took long enough, and I called. Yeah, the boys were talking to their mom, so I had to wait for that. Then we had a discussion, afterwards. So yeah, sorry, but yeah. And bottom right, if you can see it, Lakers summer league roster again. Like I said, they start tomorrow. Definitely gonna be watching that just to see how our the guys that we signed on 2-way deals in Exhibit 10, how they do, how they gel, who pops off screen. Um, I don't see Bronny on here. You would expect because either he's, I mean, I know his contract is guaranteed now, so either he's ready to contribute to the regular rotation, or I don't know what the front office is thinking. But yeah, me not seeing Bronny on here, it's kind of surprising, kind of. But to see Adu Thorough and Cameron Carr in their first, big boy action. Well, not their first. I know they scrimmage at the combine and stuff, but just like, hey man, all eyes on y'all. The future. And you got some guys on some teams. Some veterans who might just trying to get back. Might be playing for another team. I think the Orlando Magic. I think Cam Reddish is going to be on the summer league team, which is he should kill it. He should kill it. You know, a lot of times people forget that the NBA is mental as well. So sometimes some players just need to step away, refine themselves, refine their joy. Because it is a grueling season. 82 games is ain't easy. Plus playoffs if you're good enough. So hey, gonna be definitely rooting for them boys. Just was worried or confused. Nah, just yeah. It is what it is. But enough of the Lakers. LeBron left. The Luka Doncic area is in full effect. Let's see how we do because the Jazz pretty much got all of our picks. Well, not all of them. I mean, we got picks swap at 28 and 2030, I believe. But next year, unless we're ass and it falls in between picks number 1 and 4, the Jazz get that as well. We don't have a second round pick, so hey, we literally just said, hey man, push all the chips. Let's go. So, all right, moving on. Panthers. Derek Brown was introduced for the first time, which is crazy. Displaying his style of work over the years. Still holds the record for most tackles for an interior player. This is his first time on the NFL's top 100, but it goes to show this is what winning does. If you don't win, people ain't gonna really look at you. Even if you put up killer stats. All right. So the fact that Derek Brown was introduced on my birthday, so that was a treat. So definitely watch that little mini clip of players, giving him praise. But Nalo, him being a rookie right off the bat, definitely the reigning offensive rookie of the year. You getting some respect. You know, he comes in at 87. Wasn't If it wasn't for some drops and some cornerbacks winning the physical battle, he could damn near have 1,500 yards easily. So the fact to see him on this list in his very very young career shows promise. The league's taking notice. Like, hey man, this 6'4", 6'5" wide receiver. Not only is he tall, but he'll route you up. The 5 in, the 5 out, the dig, post, comeback, red zone threat. You can do it all, man. And Bryce, and definitely, like I said, it's to the right here. When it's 1 on 1, I don't have to think. I like my guy. Easy, man. Like F it. He's down there, somewhere. Unless if Jalen Coker, for some reason, if he's covered, you know, Bryce knows, like, hey, man, 80%, you know, 9 times out of 10, or in 80-20, turn those 50-50, those 50-50 balls to 80-20 balls. So just throw it within his range. He's coming down with it, and the fact that he put on muscle too, yeah, yeah, it's bullet season, definitely bullet season. Um, some weird news. Some analysts on from ESPN said we should trade for a Sam Laporta. I know the headline is kind of vague, but they're talking about Sam Laporta. Um, most people had us trying to trade for Cole Kmet, since the Bears just drafted another tight end. Loveland looks to be the guy, so why not? I mean, the Panthers trading for Greg Olsen, for a Bears tight end worked last time. Why not? No, let's see if lightning strikes twice. For us, I don't think we use our tight ends that much anyway. Not like how the Cardinals use Trey McBride, not how the Steelers or any Archer Smith led team use their tight ends, or because not how the Patriots use Hunter Henry, right? So I mean, we do give them looks, but nobody has really been able to establish that he can be that guy. You know, so I mean, I don't know, but with Brad Isaac calling plays, we'll see. But we all know, well, minus JT, he's more of a pass catching, but Trimble and Mitch Evans can block, so they can, and they have some, they have some moments where they catch the ball and get some yak. So we just got to figure out there. So I don't personally don't think we should trade for a tight end. Honestly, we got 3, maybe 4 guys look right that we look right in the system. Let's continue the growth. Let's see what happens. And JT has to be healthy as well. Trimble, not too long ago, he had back surgery, and Mitchell Evans was a rookie. So let's see. Let's see if one of them can become the answer. This training camp and preseason. All right, but Jason Horn, she getting some work in with some DBs around the league. You know, always good that he's working out. Just getting better. Or helping others. You never know. So, and it don't matter whether you know the techniques or not. It's just if you can use them when the lights are brightest. So, yeah, but it's been a great week for the Panthers. Happy for them. Hopefully, we can improve on this new level of respect. Some boxing news. Boxing news. As a matter of fact, can I? There we go. All right. Pretty sure y'all can still hear me. Always wondering, like, can I just get myself off the screen? Ain't nobody looking at me. But boxing news, it's been a lot. Uh, the Manny Pacquiao. I'm pretty sure y'all know this by now, but Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. That's not. I don't think that's happening anymore. Floyd been going through the ringer. Uh, I'm not sure what's wrong with him. Uh, Team Mafimo and Rolly Romero supposed to fight now, so that should be interesting. Come August 22nd. Usyk, his last fight, he wants it to be either between uh, I've seen Wilder, I've seen John Jones for some reason. So either one should be, draw a crowd, draw some eyes. And are you hosting a watch along for the next fight? I can. Um, I can if people in the Discord wants me to check in with the with First Lady, see if I can do that. But I probably won't do the entire card. It's probably like the top 3 or 4 fights. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what's available. Or what do I have time for? 'Cause I still got my kids to think about, make sure they're entertained, especially for the 4th of July. Because yeah, the next interesting fight is right here with wait, hold on, with Abdullah Mason and Shushu, no Carrington here. So, but yeah, just let me know if y'all want me to. I can definitely do that. Yeah. I can still consider myself a boxing novice, but I do like it. Now I've been watching more, as the years get along. Sebastian Fundora, the cheat code at his weight division. He's set to fight. I mean, everybody wanted him to fight Boots, and Boots just has two of the belts now since his last fight. So, but people saying for Sebastian is ducking. Who knows? So hopefully he wins against his man mandatory challenger. Hope Boots gets to fight the other. I forgot his name. I do not remember his name. Well, I guess the other guy that has the other belt. So then maybe Boots gets that one. Maybe a showdown with Fedora is inevitable. But yeah, even Canelo Alvarez, his fight has been postponed about like 1 month. So a lot of postpones, a lot of new fights. Fury is facing. I'm not sure who that guy is, but the fact that Fury is fighting, I'm definitely gonna watch. So, yeah, a lot of boxing news, man. A lot of boxing news, especially July. July is packed. Uh, July is very packed. All right, moving on. All right, I know y'all seen it already, but yeah, these two here, that climbed the Empire State Building. First of all, the fact that I'm not sure how they did it. No, where they did it with equipment, or they just said fuck it. No, we're going for it. But the fact that he got up, they got all this way just to propose. I'm not gonna lie, man. This is some boss level shit. Like now, he done made regular guys like me look average. Guy probably think outside the box. When I do propose, I mean, I'm not gonna probably do nothing this crazy. They were, I guess arrested, detained, but they were released from jail because, I mean, I don't think they disfaced anything. I don't think they broke anything. They were just two maniacs climbing. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how the police got him down. Really. So, but yeah, definitely insane. Definitely, he definitely set the bar high, pun intended. But if you're afraid of heights, I don't recommend this. It's definitely dope to see. Happy for them. I think I had one somebody had posted like, "Hey, bro, they are not allowed to get divorced, especially after all this." Can imagine, bro? Imagine you risk your life to climb one of the tallest buildings in the world. And then, like a couple years later, you're just like, fuck. Man, that spark better be there for the next 50, 60 years. I'll be damned. Yeah, he definitely did raise the bar. Yeah. And I think she showed it. No, I don't know who people. I don't. Whoever follows her on Instagram, she definitely took a picture of the ring. As any woman should. Anybody. That just got proposed to and said yes. You got to show off the bling bling. So, man, but shout out to them, man. Like definitely a dope story. Definitely the banner when the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace. Right? Dope, man. Just dope. He ain't raised no bar. What you mean? What you mean, Reg? Right, they had a camera set up nice. Right, man. I think they were like live streaming it or something like that. I mean, the fact that the camera didn't fall, didn't break, didn't do nothing, and then she did it in a mask, a little Batman, little shiesty mask, there, right? I mean, hey, man, they didn't die. Nobody slipped. Everything went according to plan. Nah, I'm happy for them, man. The police are just hating, you know. That, hey man, you make me look bad, down there. Now my girl, now my wife wants to renew, her vows now or get a bigger, ring, right? So all he did was fall into his death, which is not smart. Just not smart. Like I say, it's a big risk. So maybe his love for her was bigger than the fear of falling to his death. So I don't know. I don't know. You ain't gonna catch me. No, you ain't gonna catch me doing nothing like that. Yeah, you're not even gonna catch me in New York right now. No, the New York fans, New York Knicks. Hey man, people just pretty much the dopamine or whatever you want to call it. If everything is flowing, bro, everything just is going crazy. I want something nice, but it's okay on ground level. Right, right. Like, baby, I cannot imagine us climbing, free climbing at that. 'Cause I don't see no equipment. Free climbing or something like this. Dope. More power to them. But it's hell no. Hell no. I love views. Look, I will get on a hot air balloon. I will skydive. Right. But there's a parachute, attached to me. I don't see no safety equipment on no with them. So if one didn't fail, it's game over. If he got hurt, then she be pissed at him. That's why I say he didn't raise the bar. Damn man, teach his own. I think it's dope, but teach his own. But yeah, they're not allowed to divorce. Yeah, yeah. And they knew the risk. They definitely did. Cause I don't think this is their first time doing it though. I think they've been doing this for some couple of years now. So they just said, "Hey man, let's go for the big one." But yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to them. All right, as y'all know Sony, has said, "Hey man, starting January 2028, um, all physical copies of games done, finito, no more, bumpkiss, stupid." Right? Uh, I have been a fan of Sony uh for a very long time. Some and there's a different side of a physical copy. Or people are saying, "Oh, you won't own the game. I own the game. Whatever they can take away the digital licensing, at any time," which Sony has with the movies. So with the games, I don't see it, but it's not impossible. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really predict a surge to where people are going to be like, or going to be rushing to GameStop or whatever to be like, "Oh man, I got to get me physical copies of games that are already being played." Hell, even if I don't even find it remotely attractive, because Sony might, just cancel them all. So then it raises a question like, what will happen to like places like GameStop and after it's right? I mean, I don't think they're gonna go. I hope not, because that would be another childhood staple that's will be gone from my life. So that'll be tragic. Even though I have never agreed with their trade in proposals, their trade in logic, but their trade in logic, pretty much I ain't gonna say made them famous. It just they say take it or leave it. Pretty much no Pawn Stars no with us. I guess just to talk about the last type of, plus they do this stuff normally, so there's no barter raise. All right, but then Xbox came in with the next their next big gaming system. They ain't even gonna have a disc, so I think it's I don't know. I mean, I honestly I never thought it'd be possible. I never really foresaw that even gaming, which is supposed to be relaxation, what I'm saying, getting away from the outside world, just dive into some RPG or fantasy, what I'm saying, talk with the buddies, bond, what I'm saying, just before you even get this far. Because for me, I'm from the, what I'm saying, I'm from the memory card, singles, story. Your friend had to come over, or you had to go over. to play some 2K, some NBA Live, some Modern Warfare. You know what I'm saying? Some Jack and Dexter. Hell, you know what I'm saying? Well, if you the Nintendo Wii, what Mario Party, and all that. Like you had to literally, we had to ask our parents if it was okay, you know, on the weekend. 'Cause forget a school night, right? And plus, if you didn't have a memory card, you you better hope that you're good enough to get to that spot again. That was it, man. I promise you, but begging for my mom for a memory card for a little, what, little 8 gigabyte. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even that big, bro. Just man, some nights, some days, man. What was it? What game was I playing? Of course, Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi, Duel Masters. I don't even think people have heard of that. For some reason, I was just enamored with that game. But yeah, but man, when I got that day, I got that memory card for my birthday. Boy, and I probably cost my mom on the electricity bill, a little bit, you know. But hey, man, like I did what I had to do. And like some games, especially when I did play Madden, some game where I was winning and we had to leave. Of course, bro, I'm not cutting this off, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really the best. I'm not really decent or good at Madden. So like, if I'm up on somebody, hell yeah, bro, hell yeah, but we gonna finish this. So we can cement it in history, right? Or if I'm winning in a SmackDown versus Raw when wrestling games were goaded, were great. You know what I'm saying? If I got the whole body, red, man, I'm this, and I let my bar is full. You know what I'm saying? I can do my finisher when we come back. Hell yeah, that PlayStation 2 is staying on. Yeah. Mm. GameStop can still sell systems and physical copies of other games and older games. Oh, okay, so that's good. That's good. So, but before the PS6 or whatever comes out, hopefully, people get warranties on their PS5 Pros or and all that. Um, oh yeah, they're shutting down the PS. I thought they already did this already. Shut down the PS Vita store and what else, PS3 and all that stuff. So it's just crazy that the PS3 would still be up. But anyway, anyway, yeah, man. Like the fact that like all before I turned 30, bro. I've been through all the PS1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm blessed to say that. My parents, my OGs, chipped in and got those. Well, when I got older, of course, the PS4, PS5 were my doing, but the PS1, 2, and 3, Nintendo 64. My friends had the Xbox 360, Wii, Wii U, Nintendo 3DS, PSP. God, I miss the PSP, bro. That's a piece of technology which I took better care of. But Game Boy Advance, Color. Um, but yeah, man. People are saying like, the Nintendo Switch 2, is the bee's knees. Nah, nah. The Wii U did flop though. I think I skipped the Wii U. I seen people play it. Yeah, I probably still, have fun playing just a regular good old Nintendo Wii, waving my little, remote. You know what I'm saying? Damn near about to break my wrist. You know what I'm saying? Playing Wii Sports. That boxing was tiresome. You know what I'm saying? I learned when to flip the remote at the right precise time to get a damn near a home run every time on the baseball. The tennis had me damn about to fall out my window. And yes, I was on the second story, so that would have been tragic. But yeah, man. Yeah. But to see it about to become digital only, like I said, for me, like for a lot of people, I haven't bought a physical copy of a game in years, man, years, and that's due to the fact, like other stuff has grabbed my attention. Um, I don't like last time I went to GameStop, it was for my something about my kids needing like a charger to their Xbox or whatever. But for my own enjoyment, Yeah, or to get a game or to lay away a game. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I don't even know if people do that anymore. Like, hey, man, I put $5 towards the game, or $5, $10 each time. I get my allowance or I get paid or whatever. Uh, uh, but I know places still holding like tournaments, or whatever, wherever. So that might be it. Might keep GameStop and whatever in business. So you never know. Car shops these days are the rage. You know, no, actually, I think there was a report that there was a report that a tournament had to close because of the odor, the failed hygiene. So that's interesting. Definitely interesting. Like, why you're not, just doing the basics? Why you're not just, little does man care? Little, what I'm saying, a little bar of soap at Dollar Tree costs 150. Brushing your teeth, for like 2 minutes at least. I mean, I don't know, crazy out here. But man, where video games have come and where they've gone now is crazy. Crazy. We'll see how it turns out. Um, Air Forces, Nike Air Forces. I know y'all been heard. Or let me get myself out the way here. I know y'all been heard that they're releasing the original shape that we're in back in the early 2000s. So that's coming back. I know Nelly and Chief Keef are happy. Uh, but as far as that, some dope colorways. I know I don't really talk about shoes that much anymore as I should. Haven't really been able to really buy as I once did since some stuff have come up. But I plan on getting back to it when like I said, just take care of life um, and its ongoing endeavors. But yeah, but I thought these were dope though. I definitely do like these, especially these sunflower looking ones. The ghost face ones are coming out uh, this October. You would think how much the summer wing thing is going on, they'll drop immediately. But I can see people, definitely getting a kick out of these little broccoli and beef looking patent leather Air Forces. The Air Forces are releasing again this holiday, right? So if you like Air Forces, if you like shoes in that nature, some Dunk Lows or SBs, whatever, can't go wrong. Definitely can't go wrong with these colorways. Like, who knows? I might wherever I move next, I might find my little store, my little plug, and and start copping again. So I definitely do miss it though. Yep, yep. That's all I had. I'm not sure if the World Cup's still going on. Um, if they are still going on, check out Good Friends, Better Rivals, LGRN. Go check out their commentator, their commentating. Good God. Uh, but yeah, sorry for the delay. Like, I ain't even meaning to start that late. Just life, life can't happen. Uh, but I appreciate y'all that came. So please hydrate. Please do. Like I said, it's been even in states where it's not even supposed to be hot. It's been like 100 degrees or it's been like 97 degrees. So I mean, the only people that are really winning is people at the energy companies because of course you gotta. But in some instances you gotta crank up the AC and with more power to the AC or to the unit, more money in their pockets or whatever. So, but stay hydrated, enjoy your family fireworks, hot dogs, burgers, whatever you do. If you're grilling, I'm saying, like I said, be careful. Just have like a fan or some water, whatever, with you. A pool, even your neighbor's pool, right? I definitely don't want anybody passing out, catching heat stroke. That's not cool. That's definitely not cool. Celebrate America's 250th. That's been the talk. It's, it's all this year. So yeah, but if you got to go to work, um, hopefully it's you get up early. Get to prepare for tomorrow. Uh, but hey, man, just don't get fired. Don't get fired. But without further ado, no, each time and every time, try to show your 32s or your 28s. Per the whites. Catch you on the next one. If not tomorrow, with Mr. Red Show. No, Big Red hosts the Big Boy Talk. So we gotta talk about that. If I need to show up tomorrow, no tomorrow. So, but thank you, appreciate it, and hopefully next week I'll be on time. Without further ado, peace.